Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast tonight. We're going to be talking about the new episode is up on Friday, so go check it out. Tomorrow it's going to be up, but looking for a new job in the field that I went to school with, which is legal administration assistant, and I'm going to be going back to school to do legal clerk, but I am doing some stuff on the side. Even going to be starting yoga and Pilates and that. Sorry, that was my next door neighbors. At home and doing a workout at home before going back to the gym because I'm just a little shy, kind of self-confidence. I have a headphone in so that I can hear myself better, but if you hear anything in the background, please just ignore it. It's my son and my daughter. So anyhow, just seeing if they're going to come down. No, they're not. Good. So let's talk. So I applied at 4 jobs the last time I was talking to you. I decided to apply at 4 legal firms, and I got a call from the one, and it was for, I think, real estate, and I don't have any experience in legal. Like, I'm just new to the field. I have no office experience or anything like that. And when I was on the phone with her, I was like, I don't have any experience. I really don't. I've never worked in an office or setting or anything like that. Like, I sent her a text when she asked me if I knew anything about if I had any experience with civil litigation. But I actually did civil litigation is one of the courses I did in CDI when I went to CDI. And I think that the one thing that I'm struggling with is that it's having that first phone call with a company that is representing a legal firm here in Ottawa, and them telling me, well, thank you for letting me know, because I told them the truth. I wouldn't lie. I told them I have no office experience, period. And I really don't. And I haven't heard back. She says, thank you for telling me, Joanna. And I'm like, you're welcome. And I haven't heard back. Like, I sent my resume. She looked at my resume. She looked at my cover letter, and it states right there, I have no experience in the office administration job. And I told her in the cover letter, what I bring to the team. She asked me for a portfolio, and I can't get the schoolwork that I had for all that from the school, and I don't understand why, so I'm going to deal with it next week. So when I start applying to jobs again, I can have my portfolio and have it all ready to send, because I don't have any experience. Like, I'm a mom. I've been a single mom for about 18 years now. I was with somebody too, but I've been a mom for 18 years, so I concentrated on my kids. I concentrated on my daughter and my son and my daughter, and my son just graduated from high school. So if I can post that there, it'll be right here. I put a reel up if you guys want to go check it out. But yeah, I think the one thing that nobody understands is that, like, I think a lot of people actually do understand, is that when you have that phone call, it's nervous, you don't know what to say, and it's like you're stuck and you're like going, sorry, I'm just gonna zoom this in, my camera in, so that I can see me better. Okay, there we go. No, I just have to do it. I'll be right back. I just have to fix something. Sorry about that. I had to fix my camera because I wasn't all the way up to my face and everything. So yeah, like I was saying, I need to know I'm prepared for next time when I go and I do that. If I, like, the one legal firm that I want to work for, I sent a resume and a cover letter to her. Like I said, I don't have no experience, so I'm just going to apply for it. And because I don't have any experience in the thing that they're looking for trademark or for litigation, it's going to be harder for me to find a job because of that. And, I can easily just put, what I can bring to, like I got told the one time, just tell them what you can bring to the team and what you can do and everything like that, and see if that helps, because I was a mother. I looked after my kids. I didn't worry about my career. I didn't worry about my grade 12, which my diploma's coming in, by the way, so keep an eye out for that unboxing. I'm going to do it when I get my college diploma too at the same time, so I'm going to wait. But yeah, I'm graduated from high school. I'm graduated from college. All that's done, and now it's time to get a job and start bringing money in. Now, recently, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, I recently started to promote my channel through YouTube, and put, just some videos of my old videos that from like a couple years ago. And I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos in the next couple of months because I'm already I'm at 500 and something followers and subscribers, which I'm really happy for. Thank you so much who have subscribed to my channel and everything like that. Thank you so much. And I hope that you liked what I'm going to bring to this table, to these videos. But I'm like going, wow, this channel, like if they had promoted back in 2016 when I first started my channel, I think I would have been almost at 1 million followers and 1 million subscribers. But I'm not gonna bitch. I'm not gonna complain about it. Like, I had to find my way on what I wanted to do and what kind of videos I wanted to do. I didn't want to do unboxing because there was a lot of people doing it. I wanted to do vlogging, so I vlogged for a whole 2 weeks in 2021. I think it was 2021 or 2022 I did that. No, I think it was 21 that I did that. And now they're getting views, which is nice. My trails are getting views because I promoted those 2 videos. If I knew that I can promote them on YouTube, I would have been doing them on YouTube, promoting them on YouTube. Instead, I was putting them on Instagram, and they weren't getting out to the demographics that I wanted them to get out. I started off at 73 subscribers when I started promoting my videos. I have gained 463 subscribers. I have reached a 500 mark where you can apply to be monetized, but I can't monetize right now because I don't have the watch hours just yet. So yeah, like, watch the videos, as many videos as you want, many shorts as you want, and let's see if I can get monetized. Like, I don't really care, but yeah. The other thing we're going to talk about is I'm going to be looking for a job, like I was just telling you, but yoga and Pilates. I have been starting to get interested in Pilates. Pilates is something that I want to do, and yoga. I went out and I bought all this stuff from, I know what you guys are going to say, don't criticize me, Team U. I can't afford the actual stuff because it's like too expensive. And I bought the yoga board, and I bought some stuff the Pilates board. And then I bought some stuff that has to do with yoga, resisting bands, some weights and everything like that, because my weights are all back. Like, my the weights that you go like this with is all back in Stratford right now, and they're all coming up in 2 weeks from now. So they're going to come up on the 20th of that weekend, that I'm going to get all my weights, my 8-pound weights, my 10-pound weights and everything like that. My mom's bringing them up, and I'm okay with that. But I bought some stuff anyways. I bought a mat. I got this whole, I'm going to actually probably do a video on it from my fitness channel that I have. I will tell you, it's called Fit Girl. And that's a really good name for it, Fit Girl. But, the struggles that I've been having lately, like, I went back on my my anxiety pills. I went back on all that stuff because I've been having issues in my mental health. Just feeling very discouraged, feeling like very let down, like I've done something wrong, or when someone is not interested in giving you a job, you get like, you get to the point where you're like, oh man, you get to the point where you're not wanting to apply anywhere. So I haven't applied anywhere since, but I'm doing these certificates through these certain websites that can teach you legal administration assistance, things like that, to brush you up on it. But yeah, like, I'm adding that to my resume too. But it takes a toll on you. And I really haven't been in the mood. Like, I'd call my mom, I'd call my sisters and everything like that. I've been on the phone with my mom, my sisters all the time. My one sister's back in Stratford because she's not here right now. But I just feel like, if I can be better, if I should have just, when you look at the past and you go back in the past, it's like, it's a slap in the face because of the fact that, oh, could I have done this? Or if I could have done that? Or if I could have just, shouldn't I have gone to school? I should have got my grade 12. I should have gotten at this. I got, you know what I mean? Like, you start thinking like that when it comes to like when employers don't want to hire you because you don't have the experiences. And it's sad when that happens because you get an OSAP loan, and then you go to school to do all this, but you do it online because you can't get to a college. and you do it through a private school where sometimes employers won't recognize it as a diploma, and it sucks. And I mean sucks, people. Like I mean it just sucks completely for people. And if you're listening to this, I am so sorry if you're going through that. But I'm not discouraging you from trying the private schools. Some employers, which is amazing, some of people I've looked on LinkedIn do accept CDI colleges diplomas, which is nice. But in my aspect, when I was done my program, there was supposed to be a 2-week practical, and I never did it because they told me there wasn't one. So that's the problem I'm having. I didn't have in-class experience working in a desk area. I was at home doing my schoolwork here, and that's all to it. I wasn't doing anything. The other thing, let's get off topic of that. I am going to be fostering. I will be fostering with the OSPCA, animals, dogs specifically. I love dogs. I love cats too, but I have 4 cats, so I don't need to foster cats. The reason I want to do it is I want to get out there and I want to volunteer for things, and I want to volunteer for a lot of, more like, you know what I mean? Like you want to volunteer for things that matter. And that is one of the things that matters to me. I love animals. I love animals, and I love the way that they, like, dogs love to cuddle. I lost Henry, and I just miss him so much. And I need that companion back. I need that thing back. So fostering dogs is going to be the one that's going to give me it, because buying a dog right now, I can't afford it. So fostering is the one thing, but it's volunteering. I'm volunteering to take these animals into my home, these dogs into my home that don't have homes anymore, that don't have, I'm looking at my phone, sorry. Don't look at, like, Joanna, don't look at your phone. That's all I gotta say. Like, oh man, I stopped. Sorry. I want to be able to give back to the community. I want to be able to give back to, because I've had animals my whole life. I grew up with dogs. I grew up with cats. And I really love dogs, because even cats, they like to cuddle, they like to purr, they like to do all that. But dogs are like, you could take them for a walk. You can play fetch with them. You can run with them. You can do all that. Cats, they sit around and they do stuff, but there is people who train cats to do all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, my cats are old. Oh, my sister's sending me a video I edited for her and everything like that. So it's like, yeah. Okay, Jenna, I'm doing a video right now. If you're listening to this, I'm doing a video. But anyhow, like, I think the one thing that, if you can hear that, that's Goober. The one thing that I just want, that companion dog. I want that companion back. Like, even though I have my cats, I want to be able to help other animals that are in dire need, ones that come from abusive, ones that's come from hoarding, ones that have been abandoned, ones that are stray and everything. And I want to be able to feel like I've done something. I've never volunteered in my whole entire life to do anything, and I want to get involved in the community of volunteering and being able to, do all that stuff. So it's like, so I had the meeting today on the phone, and she said, yeah, we like to continue on. You got to get a police record done, and you got to get this and that done. I'm like, okay, so I got the police record, but I have to go into the police station to verify who I am. But I've never been in trouble with the law. I've never been charged with anything at all. So it's going to be like, it's not a lot of people can do it, but I'm doing it because I just feel like, when the OSPCA gets overrun with animals, it's just like, I don't want to see a dog being put down because there's nothing wrong with him. My dog died at home with his whole family, with everybody around, and anybody who he loved. He had everybody around him, and he went peacefully. And that day, when the day he died, I was having a very bad day, and my mental health was just like, because my dog was deteriorating right in front of me, and I've never experienced that and that. So it's like, oh, what do I do, right? So yeah, like, I don't want to go through that again. So fostering right now is the answer for me. My son wanted me to buy a dog, but we're going to save up to buy a dog, to be able to get a dog when he's a puppy. Even fostering puppies is going to be awesome because everybody wants a puppy. So we'll see what happens. So I am deciding. So I know I do a podcast. I said I was going to do a podcast every Friday, but last Friday I did not do an episode. It's Thursday right now, so I'm doing this episode today because my ex is coming down to see my kids tomorrow, so I have to have everything up. The one thing I want to start doing is I want to start back up doing my reset videos, my budgeting videos, and things like that. I want to start vlogging again. I want to do cleaning videos. I'm going to be actually doing a video up in my room soon because my room's a disaster. And I'm going to be cleaning it and everything like that. I got a new mattress topper for my mattress, which is a little comfortable, but I have to get something for underneath it. The other one was a double, so I got to take it downstairs and everything. But yeah, like that is it's been a lot, but I want to start vlogging again. I want to start picking up. I want to get the courage. I want to get the motivation to start picking up the phone and everything. Like I do, don't get me wrong, I do shorts and I do reels, but I haven't done an actual reel video. I've been working on my podcast, but I have not done actual real video. Now, I was sitting on the couch today and I was like, I gotta do this podcast episode before my ex comes down because I'm not gonna want to vlog while he's here. So I got up and I'm working on it. And it took me a while because I had to get the voice recorder to work because it's been a bugger. The other thing is that I want to start, I'm going to start back up walking. I want to start back up my fitness. I want to go on the journey of, like I was talking about Pilates and yoga. Sorry, guys. So I find that I've been watching a lot of videos with Pilates. Like I'm on this one thing with a bunch of people who talk about fitness, who talk about health and wellness and everything. And I asked them what's the best yoga and Pilates. And they gave me like 6 people to watch on YouTube. And there's a lot of workouts that have to do with Pilates. Now, Better Me, I want to start using that app. I have it on my phone. But I would have to use it on my tablet so that I can do recordings of me doing the workout. I got that big, huge plank that you can, I'll do a video of what I got. But it's the thing for the Pilates where you put your arms on, you go up, and you go back and forth. And then I got that round thing, that circle thing that I saw that you lean on. And then I got some resisting bands and some things that go around you and I even got, yoga and, Pilates socks because of the grips, because my floors are slippery. So I have to, try to do that. But yeah, like, I can't wait to start. Like, I'm going to start tomorrow, before my ex gets here, cause I have to clean the whole house and do laundry, and it's Canada's Day is coming up, guys, so that's the other thing. I won't be vlogging or anything like that because we're going to be celebrating Canada's Day. I live in Canada, and if you don't know what Canada's Day is, we celebrate every year the birthday of our country, but we recognize that it's Turtle Island and that we have treaties. So yeah, just trying to figure out what else to talk about. Okay, so let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about what am I going to be bringing to this podcast. Let's talk about that. I have like I've been talking about in the past, I have struggles. I have struggles with life. I have struggles with everything. Financially I'm having struggles, not having enough money coming in to be able to support, pick up groceries and get things I need. So yeah, but I'm working on it and everything like that. But, I was thinking the one day, and I was thinking back on my relationship with my ex, who was the biggest narcissistic going, which is the previous ex, which is, the one that I was with for 4.5 years. I haven't heard from him, which is a good thing. I look back on that and I was like going, if I would have just gone out of that relationship a lot sooner before anything happened, and if I listened to everybody when they told me that he wasn't a good guy and that he was, he was an alcoholic and a drug addict, of course he wasn't a good guy, and witness him smashing, if this is a trigger, I'm sorry, witness him smashing up his mom's apartment and everything. I felt like I needed to help him. I felt like I needed to be there for him because nobody else was. I felt like I had to, stay with him so that he would never be alone, so that he would never try to hurt himself or, or what happens if he overdoses, you know what I mean, on meth. And that's the craziest thing. Like right now he's living on the street. He's in and out of jail because he does things to get himself put back in jail so he can have a free place to sleep. And I just feel like, one of these days, like, I'm going to get a phone call from his mom telling me that he's gone, and I'm going to be like going, because I ask her sometimes, have you heard from him? And she's like, no. So I have to get to the point where I don't ask about him and I don't talk to her. And yeah, like it's weird, but I'm doing good here where I am now. I live out on my own. I have my own place. I have my own privacy. I could do my podcast. Pretty soon I might be doing it on my couch where I'm going to be just comfortable instead of being on my at my desk. We'll see what happens. Okay. I can't promise you anything, but I think that, I'm going to keep saying, I think when it comes to, being with somebody like him, it takes a toll on you, and then it takes a toll on your mental health. And the one thing I got to say to people is, if you see the signs, even though you don't see the signs with a narcissist, write down pros and cons about why are you with this person. Okay, what's the pros for him? What's the cons? And then, what's the bad things and what's the good things about him? Because I can tell you one thing right now. If you find out that, he's being mean to me, he's being mean to my kids, or he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to tell you to leave him or not be with him, but my advice is to just get out while you can, so that you can, be able to, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you be able to get your freedom and be able to meet somebody who's better. There's more, like, my mom was with somebody for 18 years. And I talk about him sometimes all the time. And he's, you know what I mean? Like, 18 years my mom was with him and with my dad. And my mom and my dad split up in 1999 after my grandma died. His mom died. And it was the best decision they ever made, because my mom is happily married to my stepdad, who is more of a father to me. My dad, he's off doing his own thing, doing panhandling, doing drugs and alcohol and everything. I tried to be there for him, but I couldn't, because it's so much trauma from when I was a child for the way he was the reason why. And the fact that my own older brother does not talk to me, period, because of him and because of certain family members. It's sickening. So yeah, like, I try not to talk about it because there was so much things going on back in the day when I was a kid that I don't know about, but my mom talks to me about it all the time. So yeah, like, sorry if I'm going quiet. Yeah, but that's the one thing about me, is that I have so much stuff that is in my life. I have so much things that are going on in my life right now that I get sidetracked. I know I'm supposed to be on doing my podcast. I know that I'm supposed to be, doing all this stuff. But the other thing I want to talk about, I just recently heard that a YouTuber who rescued Fox, she was autistic. I just want to say, as my prayers and thoughts go out to the family. And if this is a trigger, I'm so sorry. I don't watch this part, but she committed suicide because she was being bullied. And she was being bullied, and she knew these people who were bullying her and picking on her, and she couldn't deal with it anymore. This is what I want to say to you guys. If you're feeling down and you're feeling like you feel like you're not worth it, and that nobody loves you, and that nobody, you know what I mean? Like, don't ever think that you're alone, because you're not. Call a friend up. Call a family member up. Talk to them. Get a therapist. Talk to the therapist. Because I can tell you one thing. Finding out that this woman was rescuing foxes, and I mean fox, the animal fox, that are so adorable and so cute. She loved those animals, and she was a rescue. And she was doing what she loved. And these people were picking on her. And I don't get it. Like, I'm gonna get right into this, and I'm sorry if this is a trigger, because I was bullied in school. I was bullied in school, and I don't want to say this, but I tried to commit suicide years ago because before my kids were born, because I didn't want to live anymore, because I didn't want to live in this life, because things weren't going my way, and so much stuff was going on and everything. I've talked about it on my podcast before, but she didn't do anything wrong. She was rescuing. She was rescuing, and it was like, are you serious? It's like with the one girl who stepped in front of a train. She was a Canadian. I think she was a Canadian. Beck, a van vlogger who used to be they used to do van life, knew her. I think the YouTuber was named Frankie. And because of this guy cyberbullying her and harassing her and everything like that, she killed herself. She walked in front of a train because she couldn't deal with it. And that is how nasty people get. They get really nasty online, and they get really mean to the point to where people do this. And it's like, we need to put a stop to cyberbullying. We need to put a stop to all of it. Because if you're going to tell somebody to go off themselves, I'm sorry for saying this, to go off themselves, you should be charged. Because you're telling somebody to go do that online. They should take your IP address, which I think they do now, and find out where you are and charge you because you told that person to go do that. That person could be having a bad day. That person could be going through something, and something severe. And you just told them to do something that they shouldn't be doing. We have as young as 7-year-olds killing themselves. Really young kids. Because they get bullied and everything that's going. Like, I don't want to get into the topic, but my thoughts are with the States. What's going on with the States, with the immigrant, with ISIS. ISIS is going in, taking these people. And I don't really want to talk about politics on here, but it's like, seriously, a kid who went to school, a kid told her that, her parents were immigrants, and she got scared and she didn't want to live without her parents, and she committed suicide. Like, what goes through kids' minds? What goes through adults' minds? What goes through people's minds when they make fun of people because of everything they do? You just don't do it. Don't leave these people alone. They're putting their lives out online. They are doing something they love, especially with what's going on in the States. The immigrants that are being deported after deported after deported because of ISIS and because of the new rules that have come down to the States. I feel for them. I feel for these people because they work hard to send money home to their families, and they should be there illegally. And I totally agree with that. But the way you're taking them is wrong. Going into the courthouse when they have a meeting to get their green card dealt with, immigration dealt with, you're going into the courthouse and you're taking them out forcefully without them having to be up in front of the judge. Like, I've seen videos and videos and videos, and it's like going, wow. Like, oh my God, like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, it's retarded, and it's stupid and everything. Just hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back, guys. Like I was saying, like, they go in and they go into the courts, and before these people even appear in court, and what I've been seeing, I haven't seen them go up in front of judges, they deport them. They've been deporting kids. They've been deporting people who've been walking on the streets, driving. People are scared over in the States right now because ISIS is going in and doing this. When is this going to stop? I'm a Canadian, and I watch this stuff going on, and I think about my country, and I think about what would happen if my government did the same thing that the United States is doing. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for. Sorry. I'm not going to say that because I don't want the criticism. And this is based off my opinion on what I'm telling you. But can you imagine what is going through those people's minds with their mental health issues? When this is all done and they come back, their mental health ain't going to be the greatest. Their mental health isn't going to be what it was before. They're not going to feel safe in the United States. They're not going to feel safe anywhere because of this. Because you voted somebody in that is deporting people. And I don't care if you unsubscribe or unfollow or any of that stuff. It is irritating to no end that I'm watching this on Instagram. And you're going to say, well, get off Instagram then. No, I'm not going to get off Instagram because you feel that I have to. It's sickening that you're ripping families apart, all because you want America good again. This is my opinion, and you guys can take it the way you want. The immigrants, the Latinos who come from Mexico to work, the farmers who hire these people, document workers, they bring the money into the States. They make the money for you. And you don't get that. They are the backbone to the United States. And I think that when it comes down to all of it, you don't realize that until you lose those workers and you lose all these people that are working for you and everything. It's like here in Canada. The backbone of Canada is the immigrants who come in, work our job, not take the jobs, but get jobs here. They are the backbone. And even the fact that I said that about my own country is saying like a lot of things. My son can't get a job right now, neither can my daughter, and it's pissing them off, and I understand where they're coming from. But when it comes to the States, like that rant that I went into, that is based off my own opinions. I think it's wrong on how you're doing it. You should be doing it the right way, and shutting down organizations that have to do with the federal government is wrong, and doing cutbacks that you think that you need to do, which is wrong. You don't mess with the Medicare over there. They don't have free medical care like we do up here in Canada. We have a health card that covers everything, covers certain things, but they don't. They have to pay for everything out of their pockets. And right now they're doing something. I just feel like if I go on about this, I'm just going to go into a great rant. So I'm going to get off that subject. But yeah, that's my opinion. But I just think that if we were to think about the mental health, people's mental health and people's well-being when we make comments online and say, hey, that person could be having a bad day. And I see all these people who are exposing people online. They could be having a bad day, and you're putting that all online for these people to make them look bad. And that's the one thing that I'm worried, actually, that's what I want to talk about, that's the one thing I'm worried about, is that if my podcast blows up and I'm able to start having people on my podcast to talk about mental health and about things that are going on in the world, and that sorry, I didn't mean to burp, is that, oh, I don't like you, I think you're an idiot, all this stuff. I'm scared that someone's going to come on my YouTube channel and just make nasty comments to me and is going to put me down and everything like that. And then when I get put down so many times, I just don't go do it. I won't come back on for a while, and I don't want that. But when it comes to people saying, well, this and this and that, it's like, okay, don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I love to do, and that's talk about mental health, but at the same time, vlogging and things like that. But it's a real struggle. It's a struggle every single day to get up and do this kind of stuff and get up and try to do this, what I'm doing. I love doing what I'm doing. I want to get a job to support this career, this thing, but I need to be able to make money to be able to make it, right? To be able to live. And I'm on a fixed income right now, and I'm not complaining. But yeah, it's expensive to live. Groceries are I don't know, about $300 to $400. I don't bring that. I bring a lot of money. I get a child tax, no DSP, but it's not that much. I gotta pay hydro. I gotta pay my cell phone bill. And at the end of the day, you have no money left, no money to yourself, no money at all, and it's sickening. I'll get into that in the next podcast episode for next Friday. But things add up pretty fast, But so like I was saying, this podcast is about the struggles of life and mental health. Sometimes I might get into a rant about something that's going on in the world, but that's okay. But I just think that, we all need to be there for each other. We don't need to hate each other. We don't need to hate on each other, because when you hate on people, it takes a toll on them to the point to where, like I was saying, that girl that committed suicide and the other girl that committed suicide, we've had a lot of YouTubers who have been verbally, emotionally attacked by people who probably don't have anything better to do with their days, instead of making fun of other people. You know what I mean? It's sickening. It's retarded. I think that if it comes down to it, if it comes down to it, these people need to be found and they need to be arrested and charged, because they don't understand how the toll, it takes a toll. And, it's going to come to the point where YouTube is going to have to do something. I shouldn't really say that, but, YouTube is something that we love doing. We love putting our lives out there. We love expressing ourselves. I think that's the way to express ourselves humongously, is by doing YouTube. And by, people have haters, and some people ignore it, but some people don't. But when you go after somebody who's rescuing animals, somebody who's rescuing foxes, mainly foxes and deers and all these animals that are like out in the wild, like, come on here. Be the bigger person and don't say anything. Just skip past the video. Because these people are trying to help. They're not trying to get you. Just leave them alone. Like, because I remember when I was in high school, I was bullied. I was even bullied by the teachers. And now I'm out of school, and now I'm done school. And I'm just like, I look back on all those people who picked on me in school, all those people who caused mental health, all those people who, caused me a lot of headaches, and my mom a lot of headaches. I just look back on it and I was like going, why did I listen to those people? Why did I let those people get to me? There was no help. There was no extra help back in the day, in the 90s, for people who were being bullied, people who were being harassed, and that. And I will talk about this in my later podcast. I got my mom calling me, and I have to take this phone call or she won't leave me alone. But thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification button. Bye, guys.